imagine fumbling a man who literally only went to work, went to the gym, worked on himself, focused only on you as his person, and was trying to actually build a future with you, and you fumbled that man because you thought you could do better, or you got bored, or you thought something was wrong with him? You're gonna regret that for the rest of your life. I'm sorry.
They left their men thinking the grass was greener on the other side, but now they're crying from across the fence. Women who had everything, love, stability, a real man, and threw it all away out of pure ego. Today, they watch their ex-husbands happy with other women and realize too late that the problem was never the men. The problem was themselves.
A woman shared her regrets about not working harder to save her marriage now that her ex-husband is happily remarried. The 41-year-old woman shared to the True Off My Chest subreddit that she left her husband around 10 years ago, shortly after they'd had their first child together. According to this woman, there were no major issues in the marriage. She was a stay-at-home mom and had her husband wrapped around her finger. He did whatever she said, and she burned him out. When he grew tired of her demands, she started threatening divorce. She thought she was still a great catch and that she could do better than her husband, so she left. She ended up getting joint custody of her son and the house after the divorce. Now, 10 years later, the ex-husband is happily remarried with a baby daughter and a new house. The divorced woman, on the other hand, has been unmarried ever since. She's jealous of her ex-husband's new wife, saying, "She took my husband, she took my kid, she took my life that was once mine, and now I live in an empty house." She claims she is alone and miserable and wishes she would have been a better wife 10 years ago so she wouldn't be in this situation. As you can probably imagine, not many people were very sympathetic towards this woman. "You got what you deserved and he got what he deserved," one Redditor commented. Others noted that the new wife didn't take anything from her, with one saying, "You gave it away." This woman's story may end in bitterness and guilt, but that's not the case for most divorcees. According to research derived from family law attorneys, 80% of divorcees end up remarried. While divorce is a valid option in many situations, it's not always the solution. It takes two to make things work, and many people believe this woman reaped what she sowed.
This is the classic story of a woman who confused power with value. She had a loyal, hardworking, devoted husband and thought she could do better. There was no abuse, no betrayal, just boredom, ego, and the illusion that she deserved more. She destroyed her own home, believing that love was disposable. Now, she watches another woman living the life she threw away and feels jealous. But no one stole anything from her. She simply gave it up. What we see here is the portrait of a generation that only realizes the value of a real man when it's already too late.
I left my husband 5 months ago and I regret it. No, you're not supposed to say that. I know I'm supposed to be in my living my best life, hoe era, whatever, but like, no. These last 5 months have broken my spirit. They have been the hardest of my life. These last 5 months have required so much work, so much discipline to get back to myself. But it's supposed to suck. I talked to my friend last night about this on the phone and he really put it in perspective for me. Said the year you get a divorce was going to suck regardless. I question my decisions constantly. No matter what choice I made, I would have been miserable regardless. Life is not supposed to be happy and perfect all the time. Most growth comes from the times when we are having to do the work, having to sit in our misery, having to sit in the quiet. And that is exactly what I'm doing. 31 and I feel like I'm 18 again, trying to navigate the world. Because you know what I regret more than leaving my husband? I regret having to get to that point anyway. I regret marrying the wrong person in the first place and not listening to my intuition. From my mistakes. So that you can learn from me being a dumbass, because I feel dumb all the time. Of course, it's normal to have regret. I regret so many things in my life, but I can't let it ruin my life either. Never learn from things going right. We learn from them going wrong, and I'm holding on to that. I regret that I had to get to that point. I didn't want it to, but it happened, and we move on.
This woman tried to live the modern empowerment and self-discovery narrative, but ended up finding emptiness. She believed life after divorce would be a fresh start filled with power, but discovered there's no empowerment when your heart is in ruins. It's sad, but also a reminder. Happiness doesn't come from running away from difficulties, but from facing them with maturity. She didn't need a new chapter. She needed humility and commitment. Her regret shows that many women only understand the value of family and structure after they lose it, and sometimes that lesson comes too late.
I can't be the only one with this kind of story. About 2 years ago, I was in a relationship with a man. And he was about 40. I was about, 25, 27, something like that. But he was willing to invest in me physically, financially, emotionally, religiously, like all aspects. He wanted to make me a better woman for him. Well, he boosted my self-esteem and my well-being so much that I thought that I could do better than him. And now fast forward, I am now post dealing with a narcissist. I now understand that not all men have your best intention at heart. Not all men will invest in you, and not all men will uplift you. So when you get the opportunity to date such a man, do not let it go.
Sometimes it takes losing everything in order for you to appreciate what you had. She should have communicated her wants or needs instead of searching for it elsewhere. Hope it wasn't because of sex, because lust fades. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. Appreciate what you have. Love yours.
This is the picture of silent ingratitude. A man who invests in a woman, lifts her up, cares for her, only to be discarded after he fulfills his role as her guide and support. She didn't realize that the value he saw in her was a reflection of the effort he put into her growth. And when she thought she could do better, she faced the harsh reality of today's dating market, where few men are truly willing to invest in a woman. Now she understands. Not every man who enters your life wants to use you. Some actually want to build you up. But if you're not healed, you'll end up destroying the very thing you needed most.
Claim don't exist no more. I had that type of man. I had him. And I lost him because I was stupid, foolish, young, immature, possessive, mean, with a nasty attitude, ungrateful, entitled, and ignorant. I had a good man. One who gave me roses, romantic surprises, lingerie, gift baskets. He cooked, he cleaned, he had roses and candles lined up to the floor. He was romantic. He would throw me $1,000 even when he wasn't rich just to go get my damn hair done. My toes, my nails was there. He cared about me. He played old school music and slow dance with me. He fed me good, took care of me, took care of my kids. I had a good man. And I lost him because I, first of all, was shocked that I even got somebody like that. I had never had nobody like that before. And I went into overdrive just doing stupid shit to try to control him and put my claws in him. And it was unnecessary because I had somebody who loved me for real and did not cheat. Loyal. Oh, loyal. If you got some man like that, please do the work. Be appreciative and be grateful. Don't be entitled. Do kind and nice things for him. Don't just be a taker. Give back. Respect him. Oh, respect him. Because that man, baby, he gone. He with a new woman. And she looked happy as hell. She looked happy as I did when I was with him. I'm happy for her. You live, you learn. But I'm here to tell you, you guys always say, oh, there's no good men that don't exist. They exist, but they are rare. And if they came into your life, take this message as go get some therapy, go get some help, go heal, go work on yourself, and pour back into that man, because a good man will wake up one day. Good men are not blinded to the fact that they are a wonderful person to be with. They just love your ass. And when they love you, they stay and they stay and they stay and they stay because they hoping you will get it together one day. They're not staying with you because they don't know that they're a good man and they may not be able to get anything else. Oh, baby, he know. He counting down on your clock. He counting down on your clock. So work on yourself. Don't lose no good man, because I'm going to tell you, they are rare. And since I've been out here in these streets, it ain't nothing for me. They all trash. That's all. That's the tea. That's the word. I hope I can help somebody today. I appreciate him. I just didn't know how to take all the love that he was giving. See, our problem wasn't cheating in that relationship. I never cheated. He was all that I was into. But I had trust issues. I had a bad temper. I was out of control in regards to losing it and always making him go through hoops and hurdles to show me that he loves me. He just seemed too good to be true. And I was just too unhealed. So you got to think, there's other things that women can do to a man other than cheating on him. Like, men like peace.
Right.
Men like respect.
Right.
You can't give a man peace and you can't give a man respect when you slap him in the face. You can't give a man peace and you can't give a man respect when you're always screaming and yelling at him. You can't give a man peace and respect when you're never being supportive of his needs. And you're like a bucket put a hole in it, and he's filling you up and filling you up and filling you up, but it's just never enough.
Right, right.
See, that's where we became a problem. We had a give to me and a take from him relationship. He couldn't afford to have a moment where he was down. So that was a mistake that I made in regards to dating him. That man deserved foot massages. That man deserved someone who would listen and hear him out. That man deserved for me to actually sit down and ask him, how was your day? Instead of him always coming in and trying to see how mine was. And so much more than that man deserved. But I learned my lesson.
This woman did something rare these days. She took accountability. Or she admitted she lost a good man, not because of a lack of love, but because of too much ego, control, and unhealed wounds. It's harsh, but true. A man's love cannot survive endless chaos and disrespect. The problem is that many women confuse loyalty with weakness. They think a patient man will stay forever. He won't. A man of value loves deeply, but he also gets tired. And when he leaves, he doesn't come back. She learned in pain what she should have learned in peace. A good man isn't forever, and respect is the minimum that love demands.